I'll try to have an ingredient lesson at least once a month if I can swing that. Oh my god, he just farted. Alright. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. In this week's The Skinny, we're going to be talking about a somewhat controversial ingredient, depending on who you ask, and it's vitamin C. What? Yes, I've done some research, and one of the things that I did learn from my last video is that since I can't pronounce things, you're just probably going to see some things pop up on the sides because some of these skin ingredients are tongue twisters, to say the least. Hi, Bo. It looks like Bo is hyped to learn about vitamin C. And another just quick random ass fact, it turns out if I just stay in my color palette of things that look good on me and that I'm used to using, I'm not too terrible at makeup. So we have that going for us. Alright, so to get started, vitamin C is considered a superstar, awesome, A1, hey what's up bitch ingredient. It is fabulous for the skin. So we do not actually produce vitamin C in our body or our skin. It's not something we naturally create. So it's one of those ingredients where it's very interesting, where people will say I only like natural things, because it's like, we get it from a lot of citrus for the most part. And animals actually some can make vitamin C, like mice, so that's a cool thing I found. But most of us have citrus fruits, things like red pepper or guava. These are the things that we can get vitamin C from, and foods that are rich in vitamin C. Sorry, you'll have to see me playing with him as I go along. And these are things that we should eat, but when it comes to our skin, it's very difficult to get it in our skin. Unlike getting vitamin C in our bodies, which we can eat, the vitamin C that we eat does not actually go out into the rest of us, which is why we have serums and different moisturizers and things like that that contain vitamin C. So how do we get vitamin C on our skin helping us out? So one of the things that we do is we use serums and moisturizers and things like that. What vitamin C does for us is it's a great antioxidant and UV protectant. So when you pair a vitamin C serum with SPF, like sunscreen, boosts it, girl, boosts it. This is why it's going to be very important coming up this summer to take care of your skin like that. And one of the reasons I definitely wanted to talk about this ingredient is because in a couple of months we're going to start seeing spring break and all this kind of stuff, and this talk might give you prep to be ready for spring break. And listen, I know, I'm old. What are you talking about spring break? You're 40. I know, but other people go on spring break, which kind of makes you on spring break. But to be able to boost that UV protection, you can also pair it with vitamin E because it doubles the photoprotection properties. So it's so really, like, vitamin C is so awesome. So your best trio to use vitamin C and get the best possible thing out of it for protecting your skin is going to be vitamin C, vitamin E, and ferulic acid. Super effective. Dude, you're about to go to your room. Do you want to go to your room? So what else does vitamin C do? Well, vitamin C helps the skin to make nice collagen. If you're unfamiliar with collagen, what it does do is help keep our skin firm and wrinkle-free, which is why you see a lot of ingredients for the aging woman or man to contain collagen to help boost and produce collagen. So the great thing about vitamin C is that it does this. What? Yes, you heard me right. Vitamin C does boost the collagen production in your skin, which can help you look firmer, younger, more radiant. Vitamin C also fights brown spots and hyperpigmentation, so it's a fantastic ingredient for that, especially for me. When I was younger, I suffered from something called pityriasis rosea. I also got the chicken pox, but when I got the pityriasis rosea, whoo buddy, I had all over my skin. And even some of the scars that I have, it doesn't necessarily take care of those, but there's markings around that are just discoloration from when you put bandages on. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but sometimes you put a bandage on and you get a little hyperpigmentation or dark spots where maybe the glue was on your skin for a little bit longer than usual. One of the biggest complaints I see about vitamin C is how it's unstable. And yes, it is, but that doesn't mean that it's not still able to be used. You can actually help stabilize vitamin C with a low pH, waterless formulation, and there are other ingredients, one we mentioned, which is ferulic acid, and keeping it from air. So we have a lot of serums that have vitamin C in it, and this is one of the reasons why when you open this, it is very important to use it as quickly as possible. It's not gonna really, for me personally, I don't feel like it lasts the amount of time that it has on here. Like a lot of times, like this one says 9 months, but realistically for me, within 3 to 6 months, if I haven't used it, some of the properties of the vitamin C have started to slide, right? Because it's been exposed to air on more than one occasion, tons of occasions, especially if I'm using it twice a day. The thing is, vitamin C does not penetrate the skin as easily as we think that it does because it's water soluble, and skin's just not attracted to anything that is water soluble. Your skin wants everything to sink into it, not like, ugh, to not be on top of it. So again, the low pH that we talked about earlier, that is a thing that is going to help you keep the vitamin C getting into your skin and absorbing into your skin. Another reason I definitely wanted to talk about this is because of my own experience with vitamin C. The first time I got a vitamin C serum, girl, okay, so I have combination skin. And I didn't think anything of it. I had actually been trying bunches of different things, got a vitamin C serum, was like, yes, bitch, yes. The next day I woke up, my skin was on fire, and it looked like I'd been sunburned, and that's exactly how it felt. So I will definitely tell you that it's very, very important to pay attention and be mindful to, hold on. So I will definitely tell you to pay attention and be mindful to the concentration of vitamin C. Me personally, with my combination skin, I would not use the 20%, but for other folks, it may work perfectly well on them. Me, I found out by using it and discovered that, you know what, too high of a concentration, not my friend. It just isn't. So what I would definitely say to you is before you just go all out and start smashing vitamin C all over your face and being like, yes, bitch, maybe do a little like a taste test. Maybe do a little test on like a corner of your skin that's not particularly noticeable to everyone. And then that way, if you find out, ooh, because it usually comes in 5% up to 20% in concentration. So me, I don't really mess with the 20%. It really, for me, makes my skin look like, and it feels like a sunburn. So that's what I would say. I can't guarantee that that's how it feels for everybody, the irritation, but I would say that it feels a lot like you got sunburn. And for me, I did not notice it immediately. It did not happen the day I put the vitamin C on my face. So that's another big thing to keep in mind when you're using this, is it may not, any irritation or reaction that you may not happen that day. This is one of the biggest issues, not just with vitamin C, but with skincare in general, is that a lot of times people don't realize that the reaction is not always going to be an immediate one, right? And that's for virtually anything, even allergens. You may not have an immediate reaction to a product that you're using and don't like, and vitamin C is no different. You may go to bed feeling perfectly fine, feeling like your skin looks awesome and smooth and luscious and sexy, and then you may end up like I did, where you wake up and you're like, sweet baby Jesus, what happened to my face? And that's how I felt. Luckily, I had other really great skin products to help minimize that burn for me, minimize the peeling, and I really only had an issue with it for one day. And then I didn't use that serum again. I learned my lesson. Had to be very, very careful with the concentration. What have we learned about vitamin C before I move on to some product stuff? 1, it boosts the skin's own collagen production. 2, it's great for helping to protect against UV. 3, ferulic acid and vitamin E help to stabilize it, even though it is unstable. And finally, it is very potent in serums, and your best bet is to use it in concentrations between 5 and 20%. 20% is too much for me. If you're ever trying to figure it out, and maybe you just don't want to see a dermatologist, I got you, because sometimes that costs some money. What I would say personally for me is start with the lowest and see what happens there. That is what I would do. I would not jump into the highest concentration really of anything unless I was absolutely positive that my skin doesn't get mad at anything. But even then, I would still be careful because this is an unstable one to use. It's not going to be as easy and it can be irritating. Like I said, I had that issue. I learned my lesson, and I was originally going to stay away from all things vitamin C, and that's why I educated myself, and I hope I gave you guys some education on this as well. All right, so that is our ingredient lesson for this week's The Skinny. I will try to have an ingredient lesson at least once a month so that way we can kind of talk about the different ingredients and what they mean to us, because we see it all the time, but we don't necessarily know what it means, right? We go out, we buy it, we hear it's good, we just don't know why, right? So now we do. All right, so today I really wanted to talk to you guys about an exfoliant that I am loving. I got this in, I believe, a TheraBox. Pretty sure. It is the Minimo Glow Turmeric Skin Brightening, a facial scrub from Skin Essentials. I love it. So there's a few reasons why I love it before I start getting into the ingredients. One, it's not harsh. It's fantastic in that arena. I know a lot of people think that an exfoliant, the harsher the better, right? A lot of people have this idea in their mind, like scraping off all the dead skin, but girl, you need to have the skin underneath there. Like, that's gotta be alive. You can't scrape off everything. So I like that this is not super harsh, and it's very easy for you to use it. That is like one of my favorite things about this. The other thing is it's alcohol free. It smells amazing. It smells to me like a snickerdoodle cookie. It smells so good. And the fun fact is, that's not added fragrance. What? So if you're a person who is sensitive to added fragrances, this does not have it. So this actually has vegetable glycerin in it, which is an ingredient. So I'll go ahead and list off some of the things that I found about it, but one of the reasons that we've learned before is that glycerin is a skin identical ingredient, so using anything with glycerin in it typically is going to be very wonderful for your skin because your skin already creates it. It's mimicking your skin, so your skin accepts it and says, yes, bitch, we love it. So the other thing is, it is a humectant, it is perfuming, a solvent, and viscosity controlling. Viscosity meaning blah, blah, blah. So I really like that it's alcohol free, like most of the things that I like. It's the ingredients are ones that I can read. Let me just start reading some of these. Sucrose, aloe, cannabis sativa, shea butter, vegetable glycerin, and then it does get into some things that I can't say, but that's okay. But I like that the bottom of the first few ingredients I could read. It's also phthalate free, which is bomb ass, and it has raw manuka honey. I hope I said that right. That is a fantastic ingredient, and the reason it's so awesome is because it is soothing, it is a moisturizer, it is humectant, antimicrobial to keep this from getting all in your face, and also antibacterial. So one of the things I'm going to tell you is that when I've used this, every time I've used this, it is moisturizing on my face. One of the things I look for in an exfoliant is for it to be moisturizing, actually, because when it's moisturizing, one, it is easier for you to spread. So a lot of times I wash my hands, I get it done, and I spread it out on my hand, not my face. Now, that is me, that is the way I like to do it, but the reason I do it that way is because I kind of spread out the product, and let me just grab a little bit. I mean, it's not stupid expensive anyhow, but let me just grab a little bit so I can kind of show you. So, it's bonded very well too, I like that too. Okay, so this is it, and one of the reasons I like to do it like this is because it's easier to manage, right? When you kind of spread it out a little bit, and then you're able to put it on your face. Now, obviously, this is just a very small amount, but you see how easy it was to rub around. That is another thing I really like. It's very easy for you to gently massage this on your face, because of the moisturizing properties it's got in it. I find that the ones that do not have a moisturizing property, it's very, very easy for you to end up over scrubbing your face, end up red, end up raw, and you're really upset about that. Like most of us, people want to act like that, but you are, because that means that for me, it means I have irritated my skin to the point that maybe tomorrow it's not gonna be a happy bitch. Like maybe tomorrow I'm gonna wake up looking a little, but I love this and it's so easy to spread. And the way that I use it is I get my face all wet and then I spread this on my hand and then I slowly but surely start working it in lovely, slow circles around my face and around the areas that really need it most, which is gonna be around my nose and on my forehead. Those are the areas that really do need a lot of exfoliating, and then I'll concentrate on some areas that might have a little bit of discoloration, like this spot on my cheek. I hate this spot. I don't know what it is. Like even foundation doesn't necessarily fix it. I just have this weird space on my face that just like won't behave. And since I started using this, it's actually helped that area a little bit more so that it's not as susceptible to like not taking to any product. I don't know what happened there, but that's that. So yes, the Minimo Glow, and it's affordable. It's not a super duper expensive product to where if you have to go rebuy it or repurchase it, we'll use that. But if you have to go repurchase it, you're not sitting there breaking the bank trying to get, you know, more of this. It's not super expensive. It is fabulous. It is so, so nice to my skin. Now it says that you should avoid your eyebrows, but I don't have any fucking eyebrows, so psh, on that. And then I just rinse it off and wash my face. So other than that, yes, this is bomb ass, the Minimal Glow. If you are looking for an affordable exfoliant, then I highly recommend it. Again, I have combination skin. Everybody's skin's different. Your face isn't my face. So if you try it and you hate it, I'm sorry, but you know, it works for me. Moving on. All right, so I thought I'd end with the products on a vitamin C serum. This is the Glow Recipe Pineapple C Bright Serum. I actually really like this one. I cannot, oh gosh, you can't even see it. Hold on. There it is. This is a very, very awesome serum. I love this one. It is a teeny bit tacky, which I actually don't mind. Price-wise, it is $49 for this particular one. There are affordable vitamin C serums out there. The Ordinary has some, Instant Natural has some as well, but I definitely wanted to talk about this because I do have it in my collection. I've been using it for a long time. At first, one of the things that threw me off was the smell, and that is the only really kind of ingredient for a lot of people. And if you haven't already, please head over to Jen Loves Reviews after you're done watching this, because she just did a really, really good video on fragrance. So head over there. But for me, it was because it smelled like spoiled pineapple to me. Now, the thing is, it's because of all the mixture of everything. It doesn't smell like that anymore. But originally when I used it, that bothered me because I don't like the smell of pineapple juice. I think that the smell of pineapple juice itself smells spoiled. I don't know why it is, why I'm like that, but that is what it smells like to me. I hate the smell of pineapple juice. I love pineapples and I love pineapple juice, but I don't like the smell. It's a weird deal. So this does have a lot of really fantastic ingredients aside from the fragrance if you're not bothered by that. One of them being squalane, but it also has two ingredients in it, and that's ascorbic acid and lactic acid, which is an exfoliant, moisturizer, and a moisturizer humectant, which again, fantastic. And then the ascorbic acid is an antioxidant and skin brightening. So I really like this a lot. I have noticed that since I started using some of these serums that originally when I started using serums, I just thought like they weren't doing anything. But over time, I really started to notice a difference in my skin. The brightness, the elasticity, for me too, is my skin without makeup is fucking glorious. I don't have words for it, but when I'm not wearing makeup, like I am not afraid to show my face to the whole world. I'm like, look at me. Because even with the bags I have under my eyes, I still don't care. Like my actual skin is always, I find, glowy. And that's part of getting a good skin routine going, is loving that when you're not wearing makeup, you're still like, you a bad bitch. So that's this, but you can definitely find cheaper vitamin C serums that are for brightening, and like I said, The Ordinary has them as well as Instant Naturals, and that's up to you to decide on what you want to buy. This I got in a beauty box, so that's fantastic. I would probably buy this again if I'm perfectly honest, because it does last for quite a while, and its shelf life is about 9 months, so I'm getting close to hitting that, so I might have to get rid of this, but it was still a good friend. It was still a good friend, and I loved her. All right, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this week's episode of The Skinny is skincare spending, right? So one of the things that I definitely have learned and finally, I guess, accepted was that skincare has always been my first love. I like makeup, I do. It's not that I dislike makeup. Makeup's fun, it's beautiful. However, I've always really, really loved skincare, and I finally had to come to terms with and realize that one of the reasons I always had such difficulty in choosing a palette wasn't just because there were so many, it's because the cost comparatively was just to a point where I'd be like, this palette's $54. I already have eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 eyes. I can't use all of it. And with skincare, you are using it. It's something that you use every single day. And if you're like me, you're more than likely using it twice a day. So they're products that you use. However, that doesn't mean you go apeshit spending all your money on it. Now, I like skincare, and I'm a person who will tell you right now, I'm not above spending a certain amount of money or something for a product that I really like. However, one thing I definitely keep in mind every time is, okay, Audra, but if you spend this $200 on this and it only lasts a month, you're gonna have to spend $200 next month if you like this product in particular and want it again. Affordable is a relative term, so keep that in mind, because what I think is affordable may not be affordable to someone else. So one of the things I'm definitely going to be doing on The Skinny is talking about not just the price of this item. Yes, I'll give you the price and say this is how much this costs, but I'm also going to see about trying to find an alternative to said product. Definitely the ingredients will not be exactly the same, but I will try to find an alternative to that product that is affordable or less expensive. So if there's one that's $200, then I'm trying to find one that's like a lot less. So these are things that I'm going to start working into The Skinny as we move forward. I hope you guys stick with me through all of this. I know it's a lot, but I'm really just trying to educate myself on skincare while I educate you guys. That's my favorite part about this, is that I'm learning and I'm loving it, guys. Like, all the stuff that I'm learning is like giving me like vibes. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's The Skinny. I hope to see you next week for The Skinny. And if you have any questions or if you have products that you want me to try out for you, please feel free to put them in the comments. This is a collaboration here, guys. I need your help too. If there's something that you're using that you're wondering about, I don't necessarily always have to have the product to talk about it. I prefer to, because that makes me happier that I got to try it on my skin before I said anything good or bad about it. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, be kind to each other and deuces!